Cheers! It is Friday, the best day of the week. A while ago, I showed you Amifox, a browser for the classic Amiga that with some help from a server part makes the old Amiga capable of browsing modern pages. The project has evolved since then, and today I wanted to show you how you set this up with your own server part. That way you don't have to rely on other people's servers, and you don't have to be afraid of your information being seen by others. It is a Linux part, which we will go through the installation of, and there is the Amiga part with the browser. And I also wanted to try to see if we can watch YouTube with this on this old machine. So let's give it a try. This is the place you download everything from, amifox.alt32.de. I will add the link in the description, of course. As you see, you can download Amifox from here and the Amifox server script. To start with, you need a Linux computer. I've installed one and SSH'd into. I use Debian 12.2. First, I want to add a new user that I can run this from. I don't like to install things as root, and I advise you to do the same. So let's just do everything default. Now we should be able to SSH into server with the new user Amifox. Everything we do here will be through the command line, so you don't need desktop environment to do this on the Linux part. But you will need quite decent PC because of the Amitube part. So don't use your cheapest worst PC you have laying around. So let's copy the link and download Amifox server tar.gz. And then we unpack it with the tar and the xzf, and we go into the folder, and there are some scripts here. It is start Amifox server, stop Amifox server, and update Amifox server. The update Amifox server is a pull command to get the latest Amifox server from Docker, from the official Docker repository. So that means we need Docker. So let's change to the other window where I'm logged in as root, and write apt install docker.io. That will get everything I need installed on my Debian computer. And there we have it. It should now be possible to run the update Amifox server script. So let's try that. And that will fetch some things from the Docker.io repository. Oh, the user don't have permission. So let's give it permission. So we need to add the new Amifox user to the Docker group. Let's scroll down and add the Amifox user. And we need to log out and log back in to get the new group. Oh, I forgot to go into the folder. Now it should work. I will speed up this process as my internet connection is slow. And there we have it. Now we should be able to start it. So let's test the start Amifox server script. And it should now be running. Let's see what the startup script does. Okay, it's just a simple Docker run and some input to the Docker with the ports. And we call it name, and it logs to nowhere, to dev null. But ideally we want this to start during startup. So we could make a systemd startup script for it, but let's make it simpler and something which will work on every distro. So if we copy this and we add this to cron tab, like this, cron tab E, and we need to choose an editor. So you install this. I prefer Vim, but you can use whatever you prefer. Nano is easy to use. And then we simply write @reboot and the command, which we copied. So middle mouse button like this and save. And now let's just check that it's actually running with docker ps, and we can see the Amifox server is running. So let's reboot. And let's SSH back in and check if it's running. And it is. So we now have Amifox running, and it starts during boot. As I said in the intro, I also wanted to try to watch YouTube videos, and that needs a server part as well. So let's install that, the Amitube server part. This part is a bit more manual. It doesn't have some downloadable scripts, but it does exactly the same. So just let's log into the server as Amifox again and paste the command from the site. And this will pull the Amitube server. I will speed up this. And complete. This docker run commando shows how to start it, but I want to make this look the same as the Amifox. So let's make a start Amitube script. So Amitube server.sh, and we put this docker run command in here. And let's change it a bit. Let's pipe the output to dev null, and let's change the port to something we can remember. The other service run at 8080, so let's put this at 8081. Like this, and let's save. Also, let's add this to the startup, and we can do this in cron tab, like we did with Amifox. So let's just copy this line and change it to start Amitube server. So let's paste that as I copied the name and write and quit. So let's quickly check that the script works and reboot. So we know that it starts during boot. And just log in with the Amifox user and check that the Docker is running. And there we have it. The Amifox server and the Amitube server. And they're running on 8080 and 8081. Are you still with me? I moved over to the Amiga. I've downloaded Amifox and Amitube onto the compact flash card and put it inside. So I can install the software needed. So let's start the fun part of it. So here inside the CF card, you can see I've downloaded Amifox and Amitube. So let's unpack those and install them. I usually like to use RAM as a good place to unpack things. So let's unpack Amitube. Oh, that was wrong. Okay. Let's choose Amifox and arc extract like this, and Amitube and arc extract like this. And let's copy those folders to where we want them. And I want them in my DH1 work partition. So I have an older version here, which I showed you a few months ago. So I just rename that to Amifox old, like this, and copy over Amifox and Amitube. And then all we need to do is go into the Amifox folder, and in information on the icons menu, we need to add our own server. So let's change the WRP server from the official one and to our server, which is running 192.168.0.11, and save. And now if we start it, it seems to work. Let's try it. We can visit poet.net, which is a good place to find demos for your Amiga. And if we try to scroll, oh, wrong scroll bar, need a bigger resolution. But if we try to scroll now, you see that the page reloads and then sends us a new render from the server. So let's go into setting and change that. If we put height to full size, and maybe we can use our RTG display to get a bit more colors, like this. And if we close and reload, it should now render the whole page. Now we can scroll through the whole page without it reloading. Much better. But I promised you YouTube, and by the power of Amitube we can do that, but we need to do the same. On the icon and information, we need to add a new line, which I server URL equals, and our server, which is on 192.168.0.11 and on port 8081, like this, and save. And now if we start Amitube and go into settings, we see we need some players. I'm not sure what to use. I know CDXL, it's an old format that will work. And under CDXL, it said multi-view everywhere. But let's check the README. And in requirements, it said we need JPEG data types and some other data types as well, of course. And we need the CDXL player Aja Blaster. So let's get that. And I had to move the CF card onto the PC and download. Aja Blaster. I should have installed some web browser here that can handle Amiweb. But let's install the 020 version. Let's rename it to Aja Blaster. This and replace and copy that into C. Like this, copy. And now we have it. We should now be able to change the configuration in here. Let's choose, I have Riva installed. Let's choose Aja Blaster. This will work on any AGA machine, so but if you have a powerful RTG computer, you could try Riva instead. You do need some data types, so I just want to show you where to put those if you have a new installation of Workbench. You put them in devs data types, and those you need are GIF and JFIF and PNG. And with those data types, you should be able to use Amifox like it's intended. But let's try YouTube. So let's start Amifox. And let's visit my YouTube channel, which is on youtube.com/@Proteque. Like this. I will not speed up this because I want you to see how fast/slow this is. So let's just accept. And then I want to try a short one. I have some demo captures here. This one is our latest demo on Atari Falcon called Circuitry of Desire. So let's find that. And now you can see Amifox asks us if we want to open the video in Amitube. And you can see a screenshot of the commercial. So let's open Amitube. And wait. And now we can press Get as CDXL AGA. And while this converts on the server, we can see here on top on the server, it's a bit hard to see because of the colors, but it's using 100% of the CPU. So the part you are watching now is really just up to how fast the CPU on your Linux server is. So if we go back here, it should now be almost done converting, hopefully. As I said, I didn't want to speed up this because I want you to see the real speed of it. But when it's done, we can press play and watch it on the Amiga. And now it's downloading, so it's done with the converting. And now we should be able to play movie. As you can see, you can watch YouTube videos on your classic Amiga. I hope this was interesting and that you want to try it out yourself. And I will enjoy my beer and watch this Atari Falcon demo on YouTube on the Amiga. Cheers. Have a wonderful weekend.